Okay, so Carrie, just tell us a little bit about some of the gambling clients that you work with.
I had one gambling client I saw recently who came in. She lived near a casino, and she found that she was going in there on a semi-regular basis, going in with the set amount of money to spend, and generally would come out spending substantially more than was planned, and yet generally also came out without any money left over.
And what sort of games was she playing?
She was playing the slot machines.
So she's always putting money into a machine.
Yes.
Does she ever feel like she's winning?
Well, she would feel like she would win, but then she would put the same money right back in and lose it all.
Now,
so she never came out winning.
So sometimes the casino gave her money, didn't they?
Yes, yes.
How did that work?
She would go in, they would give her $20, $30 free money, go in, spend it, and then also spend her own money, and still come out
Okay.
empty.
Now, what was the best way of dealing with this for her?
The best way of dealing with this was reframing the casino into such a way that she understood that it was not a place where she actually won money.
Right.
She would go in, spend her money, but reframing it in a way that she would lose by doing so. That the casino was the only place that ever truly won.
Okay, now had she ever had any experience of actually winning money outside of casinos? Did she have any sort of history or background where she could have got the idea that there was a reward or a benefit to gambling?
Not that I recall, no.
Okay.
No, I think it was purely just odd experience, possibly that one or two times experiences where she may have won something.
Right.
And latched onto the positive feelings associated with the sounds of money falling.
Right. Now, what signs or characteristics would you say people who are gambling should look out for?
Signs, characteristics might be their work might be affected, their personal life may be affected, problems at home. They may find that they are setting limits for the amounts they're going to spend, but they continue to actually spend more or raise their limits. Feeling the need to be secretive about the money they're spending. If their friends or family are worried about it. Or perhaps if they're even having to borrow or sell items just to finance their addiction.
Right. Now, some people think that because people aren't taking a chemical or indulging in something which is inherently a toxin, gambling is less of an addiction in terms of health.
Well, that is not the case at all. In fact, people who gamble are just as prone to health problems as people with other addictions, in that they still have the stress-related problems. They still have the potential to get physically damaged if they don't pay their bills. They have debts with the casino bosses and such. They have anxiety still. They don't sleep as well. Stress over money. Money is a huge stress factor, and gambling does nothing to improve that.
Okay, now in terms of you give to someone who is trying to address a gambling problem?
First and foremost, we would look at stressors in their life. We would also look at their diet, their exercise, just general health, and ways to improve on that. And we would set in some stress management techniques. At that point, we would then look at whether or not they wanted to continue on with gambling. And if they still wanted to continue on, then go ahead. But as is the case, most people would not want to. And if that was the case, we would then work on ways to dial that down and make it no longer appealing and make it no longer acceptable in their life.
Okay. Thanks very much, Gary.